Dr. Patrick Oka is the medical doctor with the Sierra Leone team at this year's London Olympic Games. Now, doctor, the issue of doping is very much alarming. What can you say?
Well, you know what doping is all about. It's a form of cheating. And you know the games are actually a fair play games. In other words, we want everybody to compete on the same level. So this is something that the entire International Olympic Committee is against.
Okay, this morning press conference, the issue about all the athletes that will win. So is this actually an alarming issue for this year's Olympic?
Well, in fact, it is not, because even in the last Beijing Games, I mean, everybody who wins a medal is tested at some point in time. I remember as far back as the Manchester Games, when they started the anti-doping testing, they would always test those people who came first or second, in other words, the gold and silver. But now they're going a little bit further. And don't forget that you can also be tested even before you compete, even if you have not yet participated. As long as you are in the games village, as long as you are an athlete, you could be tested. So they're using all ways and means to make sure that people don't take drugs.
So how much will this clean up the games?
Well, most of these things are meant to be preventive, really and truly. In other words, the whole idea is not so much punishing people who have taken drugs, but to prevent other athletes from taking drugs. Well, okay, the fact that you've not won, I mean, make you uninterested as far as the games is concerned. I mean, the games is actually about gold, silver and bronze. So why they're doing the first person is because they've had circumstances in which a gold medalist or a silver medalist has tested positive later on. And you don't want to give a medal to a fourth person who in fact might have also taken drugs. So that's really and truly the reason for that.
So what's the status of our athletes?
Well, as far as I know, we fall into that group of people who are not known to take drugs. And I mean, they were lectured back home, they were lectured when we came. I also gave them another briefing, I gave them examples. I showed them some simple over-the-counter drugs that contain items that are not allowed or items that are prohibited as far as the games are concerned, so that they know they have to be very careful. Because at the end of the day, it is not the doctor who is responsible, it's not the coach who is responsible, it's the athlete himself or herself who is responsible.
How can you describe the Isle of Wonders?
Isle of Wonders?
Yeah, for the opening ceremony.
Oh, well, that was good. That was really, really good. And the interesting thing is, as you know, I've been to quite a number of games, and at every games you attend, you wonder what next. And you can't imagine that there's something that could, I mean, we thought the Beijing one was fantastic, we thought the Sydney one was super. Athens came up with a few ideas that we thought really and truly was deserving for Athens, but I mean, I think the London one was really great.
Okay, thank you very much.
Good evening.